We have serious problems with healthcare. What a lot of people think is, well, yeah, there's some problems with it. Let's try nationalized healthcare. Never mind that in Canada, people actually come to the United States and pay extra so they can get the care they want. If you look at certain studies in Canada, sometimes you have to wait 70 to, I think, 120 days for certain operations. There are people who actually die while they're waiting to see the doctor. That's not made up. Look at the studies. We are used to immediate service, creative service, exactly the way we want it. And now we're going to entrust perhaps the most important thing, except for our spiritual life. We're going to entrust our health care, not to a doctor that we know, but to a bureaucrat and to bureaucracy. The service that we're used to, the creative, innovative service that has transformed our lives, is not being applied to healthcare, but it should be being applied to healthcare. The bureaucracies haven't invented iPhones, they haven't invented Blackberries, they haven't invented Facebook or social networking or anything that we're accustomed to. They slow things down and they're miserable. Every time we go to a bureaucracy, we're like, oh, I can't wait to get out of that place. It takes forever, right? Not because the people working there are bad, because that's how bureaucracies work. Imagine if you had to go to the DMV to get your health care. It would be an utter disaster. They make decisions based on cost-benefit. You're not going to have the relationship with your doctor who knows you and understands your family life and understands the decisions that you need to make and all of the different factors that would change a decision. No, you are now in a bureaucracy. Take a number, and this is how we do it. The other thing about the big government plans, I mean, it's exciting, it's appealing. We are going to solve America's problems by 2010. No, we're not. But I'll tell you something else. It costs money. If we ask the government to do everything for us, it means that we take our money, we give it to the government, it gets wrestled through a bureaucracy, and then given back to us in the way they see fit, instead of us making our own decisions. That one of the problems with socialism, and there are many, is it doesn't actually trust the individuals and the families to make decisions for themselves. It thinks that we are children. But if we act like children, then they're right. And so listen, here's the fact. If we want to be an adolescent society, we will be ultimately some level of socialist society. Right? Until we realize that's miserable and we better grow up and become adults. But then we have to unwind all of these bureaucracies, and that doesn't take 2 days. We are so accustomed to living in entrepreneurial societies that we say, okay, I'm going to try this out. If it doesn't work, I'll try something else. This is not a 1 or 2 year solution. Okay, let's give everything to the government, nationalize healthcare, see what happens. If it doesn't work, we'll change it. Absolutely not. That is not reality. Ronald Reagan said something to the effect that the closest thing we know to eternal life on this earth is a government bureaucracy. And, we'll see what happens. I mean, we get the government we deserve. But let me tell you something, 30, 40 years from now, when we're trying to unwind it, maybe it takes 2 generations to learn a lesson.